Hello.
Hi.
Let me adjust my...
We're both wearing white today. Isn't this weird?
It is weird. I'm also wearing a tank top from Thailand. Thanks, Harvey's daughter, Amanda. Thanks, Harvey, for asking Amanda to buy this for me in Thailand a couple years ago.
Love cutting me off. Yeah. Welcome to Chesty Malone vlog number 8.
Vlog.
He was jealous that he couldn't make his head move like this.
That's really weird, actually. You can't do your eye like this, though. Look. You can't move your ears either. Look.
I can't.
Look. And then I can go.
Yeah, I can't. For some reason, I don't have eyebrow control. I can only raise one eyebrow.
Sure don't. You better eyebrow control.
But I could do this, and he can't.
Does they look like a bobblehead?
You're a bobblehead.
I guess that's an achievement.
So, we released our last quarantine video,
It wasn't
which
our
was
last. You mean the last one came out, but it's not the final. Not last as in final.
Our last.
We have a couple more coming.
Our last release in the quarantine videos. Okay, he's right. Our latest release in the quarantine video series was our cover of "Burning Up" by Madonna. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We did. It was a lot of fun to film.
Kind of had the concept. I don't even remember. We were looking at something. I don't even know how it came up. I was like, oh, we should do a Madonna song.
I think I said we should do a Madonna song. I actually did. I was taking a run and Burning Up came up on my playlist and we were talking about cover songs and I sent it to all you. Truth,
That's
I did.
Not true.
It is true. I pulled up in my text messages right
I had the idea because it's very rock already and it's easy to cover into a rock formation.
No. I remember what happened.
And then, that's not true. But she never remembers anything.
I remember everything, and I have it in text where I sent it.
You do not.
I do too.
You don't.
I do.
It doesn't even matter because it doesn't prove where it came from if you sent the text.
Doesn't matter. I was all blah blah blah, and then Kyle was all, I always wanted to do a metal pop cover, and blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Right, but this was after we had already spoken about it, you and me.
We spoke about it like a year ago.
Right.
Right. But you didn't remember that.
Yes, I did, and I had the idea. We were talking about that or Ray of Light, because Ray of Light has guitars in it too. Whatever. Don't listen to her. I don't know what she's talking about. I knew it would be easy to do because it's already kind of a rock song.
Anyway.
And so, fucking dirt bike, motherfucker.
Who rides a fucking dirt bike down the street? What's wrong with you?
And now he's like idling somewhere. Get the fuck out of here. All right. So, that sucks. What we ended up doing, it kind of sounds like Motorhead and Minor Threat meet up with Agnostic Front and Becky Bondage to record a Madonna cover. I think we did it.
I think that's pretty accurate. I think we did it. I love it. I love the version of the song, which I already said in our last vlog. And I actually really love the video too. I also loved, in the video, my hair actually looked awesome, so I'm going to keep my roots for a while.
Yeah, we had the idea to try to recreate, not kind of shot by shot, not really, but kind of at the same time.
What I could, yeah.
Recreation of the video. Watch ours, and then watch the original OG Madonna video.
Yeah.
And you can decide how well we did. Yeah, we even found a boat.
I was going to say, I don't think you could tell it's a boat really like you can in the Madonna video.
There's a parking lot.
We did find a boat.
There's a parking lot near us in our undisclosed location.
Look, I also found Jello shots.
That cool. That has like abandoned ambulances for some reason and a boat. It's like all smashed in.
That's what she said. Cheers. No, every man for himself when it comes to pre-packaged Jello shots. Am I right?
I'm not really that seasoned.
God, Frankie calls every time we're doing a vlog.
Oh,
Frankie, get it together.
Answer.
I didn't answer. You can call him back. He just called. Should I put him on speakerphone?
Yeah, but he's not going to answer. That's why I said answer. He never answers when you call him back. Remember I tried to do that last time? I told you, he ain't gonna answer. He doesn't know how. He's still leaving a 5-minute message on our on your phone too.
How are the babies? How are the kitties?
Oh, you're listening to Rihanna.
Taylor Swift.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Francis.
34731
Yeah, it used to say Francis, no.
Listen, Francis, one of these times you gotta answer your phone.
Yeah, what the hell? I missed your call by like 3
Well,
seconds.
same thing as last time, man. I'm telling you, he doesn't know how when he gets it. He's still leaving us a message right now, and he got a beep. He's probably hearing it right now, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know."
All right, well, Frankie, love you, buddy. Call us again.
Call us back, buddy.
Mwah.
All right.
Douche.
What else?
So anyway,
Okay.
this was the best flavor thus far.
Mine was warm. Well, you didn't put them in the fridge, huh?
I did, and then I had them out here, and then you disappeared to the other
I was
porch.
gone for like 15 minutes. I was spray painting some shelf brackets.
All right, so in 15
And I
minutes,
just
your
heard them
Jell-O shot
fall
got a
down.
little warm.
15 minutes they didn't get warm. That means you didn't have them in the fridge.
They were in the fridge. They're still in the fridge.
Okay. They weren't even like kind of cold. They were warm.
So, we have 2 more quarantine covers coming out for you.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a total of 6. I don't know. If for some reason there's some ridiculous demand, maybe we'll do more. But I think we're going to cap it off at 6. So he's got 4 so far, which means there's 2 more.
Do you want to say which one we're releasing next?
I don't know this time. Maybe. We'll see. Let's decide. Don't say it yet. Yeah, it's going to be Quarantine Days Revisited. It's going to be a YouTube
Oh, that's what
EP.
you're calling it?
Yeah, Quarantine Days Revisited.
News to me. It's fine.
Yeah. It'll be our first YouTube playlist. Once we get them all 6 together, we'll make that up for you all.
We were going to do a few more, but now that the world is opening up again, which is nice, we want to get back to work on
Our own album,
our
own new
own
songs.
fucking album and getting tight on those songs so we can go record them.
Well, yeah. We just, I didn't want to like record a bunch of new songs from our upcoming new album, until we're going to do the whole album. So
Oh, yeah.
we decided it'd be fun to do some covers. And it was cool and fun and funny because sometimes some people actually got upset, like the Discharge cover. I was like, cool. But you can see the vlog about that one. But
I'm surprised no one got upset about Madonna, to our knowledge. I thought people were going to be haters about that.
or completely go insane and love it. One extreme or the other, or both. I don't know. We didn't get an article about it this time. Maybe we should have made that happen. Maybe we could still. It's not exactly old news yet.
No, it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
We couldn't do a vlog yesterday as planned
Vlog.
because our kids were wilding out, because that's what happens when it gets hot out. They start going insane.
Yeah. They broke their TV. Yeah, whatever. Kids today. Bah. So, we do have 13 new songs that we're going to release. The 4th Chesty Malone album.
Please, Chesty, don't hurt him.
This is the title. What's funny about that title? If anyone's been following us around for a long time, that we've been around, that was originally going to be our first album title back in like 2007 and something, 7, 8, when we recorded the first album. And we made these buttons. Some people might still have them. I have one that say that.
Yep.
And at the time, we just decided it was like too silly. But now I'm like, it's actually hilarious.
Yep. I also, for our first album, because we have a ridiculously long band name, I wanted a ridiculously long album title name, which we also
That was funny
accomplished.
too, because I remember people actually trying to, oh no, it's too long, it's too long.
I was like, perfect. I want it to be too long.
Yeah, we were going to call the first album 13 Killers, which is one
Yeah.
of the songs on the first album, and there's 13 songs, so it had all these double meanings.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
also
was
good to trap people in the conversation. What's your band? Chesty Malone, the Slice Mops. What's your album? Now we're going to see what disaster really means. You're already trapped in like a 10-second conversation. You might
Yeah.
as well keep
Plus, I
going.
mean, I just thought it was a cool title anyway, and then it also, if it had bothered people, which it somehow did, you can't. That's too long. What are you doing? People actually were like getting
They were. People,
emotionally erect
Yeah.
about it. Like, what? No, that's too long. You can't do that. Like, we did it. I mean, did we break into superstardom globally and be on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine? Not yet. So maybe they were right. Maybe that would have happened.
You only get on Rolling Stone magazine if you're
Rihanna.
dead or fucking your parents are rich or you're Rihanna.
Rihanna or one of my I used to actually read Rolling Stone for years, from when I was a kid. I read Rolling Stone from when I was early, like 13, teenager, into my 30s and stuff, whatever. No, just because, whatever. And I didn't always like everything they covered, but I didn't care. And I finally had to stop. It was like 2008 or something, 7 or 8. They had, the cover was Best New Rock for 2000, let's say it was 2007, so Best New Rock of 2007, and it specifically said rock, it didn't say Best Music, it said Best New Rock of 2007, and on the cover was that broad that Peter Pants from the Black Eyed Peas, and
Fergie.
Rihanna,
Yeah.
and like people, I was like, okay.
That's a weird time. I wasn't reading Rolling Stone then, but I remember around that time that I was so like annoyed about everything in the music scene because they started calling everyone rock stars.
Well, that wasn't
and I was
rock.
Like,
Well,
rock
that
stars.
goes back further.
That's
yeah.
hip hop. That's not
that goes back
rock.
To the 90s.
That's whatever. Yeah.
People started saying like rock star parking and everything.
Yeah.
You're a rock star. And
Right.
that's really
I just mean
but
like
the point being that suddenly Rolling Stone is trying to claim that the best new rock music
it's Fergie
is
who Peter Pans.
Black Eyed Peas and Rihanna. I didn't even bother to pick it up. I used to at least pick it up at the Rite Aid and read through it, if not buy it. You know.
Do you think Fergie listened to G.G. Allin?
Well, she didn't poop her pants and fling it at the audience. But I would have. She probably should have.
She'd still be famous today.
Hey, Fergie, if your people are listening, tell her to get
I
a
got
hold
ideas.
of us. We got ideas, baby. You can
I'll
revive
bring
your career.
back your career. Yep. Ugh.
So, Rolling Stone. Yeah, we never got on Rolling Stone. It's like when Kramer tried to commit suicide because he never realized his dream of becoming a banker. I guess we already mentioned that once.
We did that last Vila.
But the point being, we never achieved our dream of being on Rolling Stone with Fergie and Rihanna.
Bummer.
It's a real bummer for us.
Totally.
So whoever, I actually remember a couple of the people that told us that was a terrible idea for our first album name. Whoever, if you guys remember, you're right.
We really blew.
We should have listened to you. We might have been part of the new best rock of 2008.
No, those are the same people who still thought our band name was too silly and stuff, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different story, I guess. But yeah, that's true.
It's supposed to be silly. Nobody has a sense of humor.
Well, first of all, what band names aren't silly? The Beatles, B-E-A-T, I get it. That's great. I mean, all band names are silly.
Right. That's my point. You can't come up with anything that sounds genuinely evil or fucked up or whatever, so you might as well.
Even if you do, that's hilarious
silly.
too, because you're not evil. You know what I mean? Ooh,
Unless you're
Slayer.
Christ.
Did Slayer slay anybody? Not real. Not. No, they did not. They not literally. They did not. They might have slayed an audience or two along the way, but they certainly never actually killed anybody.
To our knowledge.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure to anybody's knowledge.
What was that fucking horrible movie we watched
I love
recently?
Slayer, by the way, so I'm not talking
With
shit about Slayer.
The
but-
band that made the deal with the devil to be famous with that annoying fucking tattooed guy in it, and Malcolm
What are you
McDowell
talking
was
about?
the devil, and the rest of it was just
Oh.
fucking
Did we actually watch the whole
horrible.
movie?
We watched the whole thing. That was the
Oh
one where
my
we found out that you're
God.
not a lesbian anymore if you do heroin.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. There was this band that made
What the
a
fuck was
deal
that movie
with
called?
Malcolm McDowell, and
It was so
the
bad.
bass player in the band was gay, and then
Like, and
she started
she
doing
kept
heroin,
saying how gay she was all the time.
and all of a sudden she wasn't
She
gay
wasn't gay
anymore and
anymore.
was doing the singer that had a different girlfriend.
Isn't
I
the
guess
singer like in some stupid annoying band, like Wednesday 13 or something?
I don't think it was him, but it was somebody that like is in some band.
Stupid from a Marilyn Manson-y kind of band.
Some band I don't know about or care about.
Oh my god, the movie was just so bad. You ever watch a movie that just makes you like?
We did watch the whole
"Ah!"
thing though, so I mean.
It was
whatever,
mostly
I guess.
because I was getting so angry and I just couldn't stop. So then we were like so deep into watching it that I was like, I might as well see how this piece of shit flames out at the end.
So eventually you get to the point where like, I just gotta see the end, even though there's
Yeah.
never a good ending anymore.
It's fucking stupid as fuck.
I wish we could remember the name so we could be like, this movie sucked. But hey, guess there's an opportunity to be YouTubers. If you know what we're talking about, let us know in the comments down below.
Stupid band. Malcolm
They made a
McDowell.
deal with the devil.
and
Malcolm
lesbians
McDowell
doing
is-
heroin
Malcolm
and turning
McDowell
straight.
is the not Malcolm McDowell.
Oh, and remember Denise Richards was the singer's mom?
Oh yeah,
That was really weird too.
And I kept. It was also
It was like a Lifetime movie.
bad, right? And I kept being like, wait, I thought that was this other guy. Oh no, that's the other. Okay, I don't really understand. But
if you know what we're talking about, it was fucking stupid, but maybe
bad.
you do. Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's probably gonna be mad at us.
I love
that movie. Was
movie.
great,
It was
and I love
so
the band
cool.
that the guy's actually in.
That guy's hot.
Yeah. Somebody, the guy, like we were saying, the guy who is the singer in the fake band.
We
and
looked
wrote
it up
the
at the time,
songs.
but I
He's
don't
actually
remember.
a guy in some band.
Yeah. You can imagine what he looks like from my description.
Doesn't matter to me.
No.
I don't even, whatever. I'm not even hating on it. If you're that guy, or if you like that guy, cool, man. Doesn't matter to me.
I don't like that guy.
I don't care. Mostly, I just don't care. She gets mad about things, and I'm like, no, I don't care.
Yeah, but then also you like to like read everything and whatever, and I don't see how you sit through stuff that you don't care about.
Oh, this what she's actually talking about is I read histories of bands, even if I don't actually care about the band or like the band necessarily.
I don't get it.
Just because I like to know things in history, to me is interesting, and bands that successful, whatever successful means to you or me. It's just like, I don't know, sometimes I think those things are interesting and how people
They're interesting.
did things
bands
together.
that way.
Well, obviously they're more interesting if it's bands you like, but like I just said, even if it's not, I can still read it mostly. I mean, if there was like a history of Aha, I wouldn't care.
What was I saying?
Take on, I wouldn't.
See,
I
I'd
wouldn't
read
be like,
that.
oh, I'm gonna what? See, no, what? Okay, that makes no sense at all to me. But like I'm saying, it's not literally anything. Like I wouldn't. Yeah, Aha, I don't really want to know about, or I don't care about ABBA. Sorry, Tesco V. I don't want to know the history of ABBA. I really don't. History of the Meat Man, I wouldn't mind. I actually asked Tesco to do one of my interviews that I do for No Echo, the Hardcore Conversation series.
He said no?
He never wrote me back. He didn't say no, but his actions said no.
Shame, Tesco.
I don't know, but yeah, whatever. Tell his people to get a hold of my people. We can
His
do lunch.
people.
I saw the Meat Man one time. I actually saw them more than once, but I saw the Meat Man one time in Philadelphia with the Obsessed and Why Die and Hellbent. Hellbent were the biggest Misfits wannabes ever, but they were good anyway. And if you know Glenn Danzig's BMI, at least, I don't think it is anymore, but it used to be Hellbent music, so that's how deep they went in their Misfits worship. But they were good, they were cool, they all dyed black hair and big leather biker boots and stuff. But kind of, actually I think Damien from Sam Hain might have been in that band for a minute, or knew
Sweet.
them, or yeah. So anyway, Meat Men were playing. This was in Philadelphia at the Long March, and they came out in like caveman costumes. It was the lineup with Lyle Pressler. I think Brian Baker might have still been in the band, and Graham from Negative Approach. And Tesco was like throwing out what turned out, which unbeknownst to me at first, unfortunately, was throwing out like body parts, which I thought were fake. So I grabbed one. It was an actual pig's foot.
Yeah.
I was like, ah! It was all cold and
Slimy.
fleshy and slimy. Oh my god! And so there's meat, and that was even worse than my own band throwing out sausages, obviously, because this is actually, pig parts that he was throwing out.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Yeah, it was gross. And the Obsessed somehow went over to a hardcore punk rock crowd, in spite of they sounded, to me, obviously they were one of the first like stoner bands, and they sounded and looked like heavy metal parking lot dudes pretty much. Like they had mullets, and Wino had like eyeliner, makeup and stuff like that.
I always forget that was Wino's band. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So they were really good though, and somehow they didn't get much hate. There were some punkers flipping them off, but mostly they didn't get stuff thrown at them or anything. So kudos for them, them for being able to pull that off in I don't know what year it was. I got a flyer. Maybe I'll put that in. But anyway, the fuck were we talking about?
I don't even remember.
I don't either. help if we knew to get back on track.
You're talking about Tescovy, and you're talking about Fergie.
There's no relation between Fergie and
I heard they were going on
Tescovy.
tour together.
There might be. They both need to come back probably at this point. So I think that Fergie and Tescovy and a hologram of Gigi Allen are
Oh
going
my
to do
God.
Coachella.
That's going to sell out, yeah.
When Coachella gets back. That's what it's going to be, the headliners. That's what all the hip kids and Paris Hilton. Remember when Paris Hilton was hip? She'd be seen at Coachella. It's like, oh, Paris Hilton.
I didn't understand that.
I never
at
did
all.
either. That was like the late 90s into the 2000s are like the worst time for like
Everything?
well everything, but
Ever?
like people that were considered cool. I was like, what the fuck?
Remember that not talking to you, I'm talking to our viewers here. If you are a girl my age in that time period, every guy in every car yelled at every window, Kelly Osbourne! Oh!
And then Gwen Stefani.
And Gwen Stefani. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
This one was really funny though. I don't know if I told you this story. I don't remember what fucking show we were at, but me and my, from a previous vlog, gaggle of gal pals who were offended by Jesse James' acoustic onslaught. We were drunk and fucked up outside of
Drunk and fucked up.
the original.
Usually people are one or the other.
Okay.
Right? But they were both. It's doubly good.
When Knitting Factory was in its good location.
Down in Tribeca.
Yeah. And I was in between an alleyway.
I never loved that place anyway, but it was obviously better than the Williamsburg
Yeah.
one. But God.
Oh, this was the night I smoked weed with Andrew WK in the alleyway over there, and then
Mommy!
not related.
Mommy!
What's the matter, honey?
What is it doing?
Doing a video. Oh, I'm trying it out.
Okay.
Good cameo, Barry. Love you.
If it's funny, you might win, but yeah. So you're
So we were smoking weed with Andrew WK, who does party quite hard, and
I never understood the whole. I
I was
mean,
never
I don't
a
even
fan.
like
He was a nice
dislike
guy,
him.
though.
Yeah, there's not like, oh my God, I hate that guy.
I feel like
But I was never like, what is this guy? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
So-
whatever.
I don't know, whatever. We were smoking there, and then me and Offended Girl went to go take a piss on the other side of the alley behind that dumpster that was always back there. And this car pulled up and actually said, oh, it's Gwen Stefani and Kelly Osbourne. And she actually pulled out her tampon and threw it in their
Oh,
car.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did it actually went in? Oh
In the
wow.
window. And they were like, oh.
You sure you did? Wow. Jesus. That's like that L7 story.
It was so gross and so fucking hilarious. It was amazing.
Well, at least that one like went to a
Yeah.
specific and like earned target, unlike the L7 story where the whole fucking audience had to have her tampon thrown at them.
Right, no, it just was like perfect timing. You happen to be harassing us when she's taking a period piss, so she
That's
threw it right in.
Wonderful.
And then we went back to smoking weed at Pantry WK.
So wait, okay, where was he while this was going on?
I told you, we just went to go pee on the other end of the alley. You don't remember the alley next to Knitting Factory there?
Yeah, you know what, I told you, I never loved that place, obviously, but yeah. I know
Me
what you're
neither.
talking about,
But there's whatever shows there.
yeah. Played there once or twice. In the basement, we never got up. There were like 3 floors. We never made it up from the basement.
Yeah.
Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, that place. I never had anything awesome happen there. That was I got that fucking bottle stab at that fucking stupid Knitting Factory too.
What?
At that
Somebody
Murder
stabbed you as
Junkies
well?
show. Remember? I told you about that. That was fucking stupid.
Oh, I thought that was Don Hills.
No, that was at the Knitting Factory.
All right, we'll save that one for a different time.
The get stabbed story.
I really thought that was Don Hills. Remember Don Hills?
Yeah, I remember
never
Don
liked
Hills.
Don Hills.
No, that
actually.
wasn't Don Hills. It was at the Knitting Factory.
Don Hills was annoying because it was a pain in the ass to get there. It was cool. Stephen Blush was putting on shows. Yo, SB. And that was cool. But and then there were always like 3 shows a night.
Yeah.
My band, we played with the Stephen Blush thing that he was doing. I can't remember what it was called. A
I don't
few
remember
times. And then it was always like, you gotta get the fuck out of here because then there's another thing starting, you know, after his thing. Whatever. That's like, one of those, like, Hollywood bullshit kind of situations.
See what I put up with?
Hell yeah, right? And then I think some of those people are now, whatever. Yeah, whatever. That's not my favorite club. But, you know.
Don Hills?
I like doing the Stephen Blush shows, but
Mm.
the club itself, never loved it.
No.
I never liked places that make you, they like treat you like a dick for being like the people that work there and run the door.
Right.
I'm not even gonna name the guy. Everyone knows who he was.
Mhm.
Still around.
I know who.
Yeah. They treat you like a dickhead asshole for even, fuck you, go, how are we supposed to talk? Oh, whatever, fucking assholes, you're in a
Right.
band. Treat you like a dickhead for even, like, being in a band.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, you know? Alright, sorry, I guess, you
Yeah.
know? That place,
Fucking
that's why,
stupid.
you know what I mean? Like I said, SB was always cool to us.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Made in his book.
that's right. And then actually that place, you know what? You know what else was always notable about that place? It was really small, actually. And the stage was small, but the way it was and the lighting, whenever there were photos, you looked like you were playing like a Normo fucking stage for some reason. That place always photographed well, is what I'm saying. And then we did a impromptu band pick one time down in the so-called dressing room, which was really just like the storage area.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked cool there too. Whatever, it looked cool. The club looked cool. It
Yeah.
did, you know. So there you go, Don Hills. What are you gonna do? Okay, so one time I saw, what was Paul Bearer's other band?
Mm.
We gotta edit it out. We can't put in that we don't know Paul Bearer's band, obviously. Joe Coffey. Okay, so one time I was down
I
there.
never saw Joe Coffey live.
One time I was down there with Sean and Rob. Yo, what's up?
Hi.
And we were there to see Joe Coffey and not Joe Coffey. Okay, what was the dude? There was a band with that guy Three-Way from the band on the Not So Quiet on the Western Front comp that had the goddamn motherfucking son of a bitch song. You remember that song? Before your
No.
time. But Three-Way, the guy, he's like 2 feet taller than me. He was actually a teacher at a school in Brooklyn somewhere. But he was in this band. They were called Free Beer.
Oh, I remember Free Beer. Yeah. Okay.
But an OG, like, there's
Yeah.
obviously been 1,000, there probably still are
Right.
1,000
No, I
cover
know
bands
what you're
called
talking
Free
about.
Beer.
Yeah.
But on the Not So Quiet on the Western Front, Maximum Rock and Roll compilation, Free Beer did Goddamn Motherfucking Son of a Bitch. And
I don't remember the song. but
Freeway
I
was the
remember
name of the singer, and he had a band in New York in the 2000s, and I don't know, I wish I could remember the name, because they were actually good. But anyway, they played, and Joe Coffey was playing, and Paulie was going off, as he's obviously known for, and he was like, Don Hills, yeah, I'm gonna open a club and name it after myself, yeah. He was saying it on stage at Don Hills. It was
Nice.
pretty cool, yeah.
I wasn't there for that, but that's cool.
It's a good show. Joe Coffey was okay. Pretty good. Pretty
good.
Pretty good. Actually auditioned for them once in like
That's
2000.
I can't really picture you playing in other people's bands. It's
I'm not a guy who
strange.
plays in other people's bands, and I think it showed.
Mhm.
You know, they were like, nah,
There's a bunny.
there's a bunny.
Hi,
Hey, bunny. But,
Oh, it's actually looking at us. It's all hello.
he's all, hi, thanks for recognizing me as a bunny.
The only time I was ever in someone's band is when I had my old stupid band. I was talked into playing bass, which I didn't know how to play, for a couple shows for someone else's band, and I was like, this is stupid. I don't want to be in someone else's band, especially because I don't know how to play an instrument. I don't know why you're pretending that I know how to play an instrument. I just stood there going, the whole time I was like, I could stand here and do this.
I also, yeah, you know what? I played bass in Gary Cozy. Yo, buddy, hope you're hanging in. And Mark, hey, buddy, also. In like, in like 2000, 2001, I played bass for their band for a minute or two.
That's right.
That was actually sort of fun, but I mean,
I like that one tune you played for me.
yeah. Yeah, it was there, you know, I liked their songs, and I actually I liked the challenge of, like, I made myself play with my fears. And, that was cool. I made them be a little more heavy than they wanted to be. Stuff like that. But, you know, yeah, I'm not a guy who...
Shocker.
Yeah. I'm not the kind of guy that plays in other people's bands.
Mm-mm.
I'm a shot caller.
Unless you were in Samhain or Danzig.
Right, that's what I thought are the only bands I would ever join. At this point, ever would be Danzig or Sam.
Or if they fire the OG Misfits second guitar player and you can get that gig.
Yeah, I mean, he does a fine job, Acey Slade, obviously, but
Unnecessary.
well, not really, unfortunately. I actually wish, no offense, but I wish it was just the three of them and Lombardo on stage, just because I think that would be more pure or something stupid that doesn't matter except to me, like that. But he actually does play the songs perfectly well, and you need that kind of a backbone.
He has a white guitar.
That I don't understand. He doesn't even have a devil lock.
He doesn't even have a devil lock, and he has a white guitar.
But his coffee is great. Actually,
his coffee is delicious.
Great.
It's the only nice thing I have
What's
to
the
say
name of
about
it?
you.
Oh, I can't remember.
Dead Sled.
Dead Sled. Acey
Good
Slade's
coffee,
coffee
but-
rules. The Vampiro one is really,
it's good.
really fucking
We have
good.
this cool cup, and it changes colors when your coffee's hot.
And then it's actually cool where when you order from them, it's similar to like OG, like old school Misfits and hardcore stuff. Like same with us. If you order from us, we send you other extra shit and
Right.
a personalized note. And the personalized note when we ordered the Vampiro coffee from Dead Sled was like, condolences to your former coffee.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Oh, like,
That's
cool.
cute.
That was cool. Actually,
Yeah.
and the coffee was great.
Like your coffee.
So, hey, buddy.
Don't like your white guitar like a devil lock.
Well, the white guitar, you should get a black guitar.
Why
but
do you have a white? Who has a white guitar?
with the Misfits.
Ugh.
I mean,
With
your
anybody.
playing is perfectly good, dude. And like I said, I'll say it again, your coffee rules. But get a black guitar.
I know we're wearing white t-shirts today, but that's only because it's 85
I'm
degrees.
not playing on stage with the
I'm not
Misfits.
playing on stage with the Misfits. I'm sitting on my fucking
If I was playing on stage
drinking
with the
porch
Misfits, I would not be
sweating.
wearing a white tank top.
or playing a white guitar. I don't think you'd ever even touch a white guitar.
So, whatever.
I'm judging you.
Not me.
It's dorky.
Plays perfectly fine, but yes, white guitar. I don't know, man. It's one thing if you're Googie with blonde hair or Biscuits with blonde hair, but a white guitar on stage with the Misfits,
Thumbs down.
thumbs down. But your playing is perfectly
vlog,
fine, and
thumbs
love your
down.
coffee, okay? Don't get mad. Jesus.
Hi, Pumpkin. I'm right here.
Really cool in punk rock when she turns around and says hi pumpkin to our little kid.
To our little pumpkin. Kids are punk rock.
Hi pumpkin.
The other, a couple months ago, Barry loves GGL, and it's one of his favorites. And
Yes, I didn't know.
he came from downstairs and smeared shit down the entire hallway with his bare hands, and then showed me.
Ode to Gigi Allen.
Yeah,
said,
he was
"Mommy,
like,
look."
"I love Gigi."
He didn't actually say that, but it was an ode to Gigi Allen for sure.
And I was all, "Can't be that mad."
I was not too into it.
I had to clean
I
it.
guess she liked it, not me. Shit spread on my hallway. Not really my thing.
Joys.
Call me crazy. I don't really like shit on my walls. Okay, so I also, one time I lived in San Francisco for a while, and I worked at Brainwash, which was a brilliant idea, and I'm surprised it hasn't really,
It is a brilliant idea.
Brainwash doesn't even exist anymore itself, and I don't understand why nobody else did it, at least not to my knowledge. I'm sure if someone wants to be like, oh, somebody did it. But Brainwash in San Francisco, where I worked for a few years, was a laundromat, and then it had a separate, well, it wasn't separate, I mean, it was all in one. It had a laundromat, and then it was a bar,
That's really cool.
and a cafe, whatever. You can get food, coffee, yeah. And so
And you
it
have
was,
the convenience of barfing on your clothes. And
well,
then just
yeah, well,
washing
you
them
know,
away.
that's one of the hilarious things about it is, like, people would get wasted and actually forget, like, all their clothes. Not like, oh, I left a sock or a pair of undies. Their whole entire, oh, you'd come in, I opened every day when I worked, and there'd be, like, dryers or washers, just someone forgot and left. Oh, last call, oh, good. The whole reason I actually came out to begin with, to do my, I forgot about it, whatever. But, why was I talking about Brainwash? There was a reason.
I was talking about shit on the walls.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
Reminds me of my job.
one of the downsides of working at Brainwash, which was a really cool job, thanks Mike Scalzi, was that the bathroom in the laundromat side was the only public restroom in the whole. At the time, it was a kind of scuzzy area of San Francisco. I'm sure it's no longer. I don't think this probably exists, the scuzzy area of San Francisco anymore. Well, except for the whole city.
So I'm just saying, except for where you get diarrhea buckets dumped on you.
But
and
well,
such.
that was actually in LA. But there's no cheap apartments anymore anywhere, I'm sure. But so we had the only bathroom that wasn't like that would let anyone come in, so including bums. So when Mike Scalzi was training me for the job, because he got me the job, he was like, "Oh, the one thing that sucks is the finger paint. We're in charge of cleaning the bathroom." I was like, "Oh, okay. What does that mean?" "Oh, you just basically throw bleach in there and it's fine." I was like, "All right, except for finger painting." And I was like, "Finger painting, like graffiti?" Kinda. And then he was explaining to me, like I just said, that we were the only bathroom in the area that actually let bums come in, and that bums apparently one of their favorite hobbies was writing on the walls in their own excrement.
Which I don't understand because you were nice enough to let them use the bathroom there.
Yeah, there was no respect. Imagine that. Bums got no fucking class and no respect. I can't imagine. I don't know why. So it would happen all the time. Bums would come in and then they leave. And basically, anytime you let a bum use the bathroom, there'd be finger painting on the wall. You have to, oh my god, and the smell and just shit literally smeared all over. I don't think they wrote anything coherent. Fuck you, maybe. Yeah, I think
The government.
Yeah, the government. And so eventually, I just was like, I'd be like, nope, can't use the bathroom. I'd be like, how come I'm the only one who thought of this? No. Now you can't do that, obviously, I know that. But this was in the 90s. You could refuse.
fucking
I was like, I'm not going to let some guy come in here and finger paint on that I have to clean up. Fuck that.
I was, you know the story. I was, I got a job managing a cafe in Brooklyn. And it was like the day I became manager, one of the baristas let these skater kids who didn't buy anything use the bathroom. And when they came out, they had shit on the floor and for some reason picked up the shit and put it all over the door handle and wiped it on the mirror. And I was all, well, I'm manager now, so sorry, Brittany, you're going to have to clean
Delegating responsibilities. That's what being a manager is all about. Sorry, Brittany.
One day lucky.
Yeah. Hey, you got to go clean the bathroom.
I was like, you're the one who let these fucking pieces of shit take a shit in here without buying anything, so
That's
fun
like
cleaning it.
savages, man. Like, it's not that I don't understand that people equal shit. Get it? But I still don't, like, really, man? Like, we just let you use the bathroom, and I don't get it either. What I'm saying is, I'm not shocked. Oh wow, people are assholes. Obviously, I know people are assholes for the most part. But I still don't get it. Like, yeah, like, somebody does you a solid, like, hey, can I use the bathroom even though I'm not going to buy anything? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, cool, I'm going to smear shit everywhere.
Right.
Okay, that's cool.
It's starting to get apocalyptic down here
It
again.
is, man, I know.
Like
Leaves
yesterday.
are blowing everywhere, and the sky's turning gray.
It's a twister.
Yeah, they do.
All right.
Does anybody have any other good finger painting or food stories?
Let us know.
One of the okay, so another time when I worked at Hogs and Heifers in the city, I was also manager when I would be working. I wasn't the only manager, but I was one. And so the same thing. Like occasionally, there was double deckers sometimes, and like, yeah. And then you know what? This was always in the ladies' room. For some reason, girls were really disgusting. For some reason.
Girls' bathrooms are always fucking disgusting.
And so
Girls
whenever
are
I'd be like,
savages.
oh, somebody did something gross, I'd be like, Jimmy, you gotta clean the ladies' room, man. Fuck you. Well, I mean, sorry about it. Yeah, that's your job. Unfortunately, someone took a shit on the toilet seat.
Sweet.
I mean, I don't know.
Ugh.
You're like, there's something really wrong with you. Like, that ain't normal. You know what I mean? Like, whenever, occasionally in my life, I might have been mad at a venue that I was at. Maybe I took a piss on the floor.
I've never done that.
But I've never, you're going to take a dump on the, like, oh, I take a dump. There's something like that. You're fucking psycho if you play with feces. There's something
Yeah,
fucking
there's
wrong
something wrong
with you,
here.
man.
It's totally different than taking a piss on a venue floor because you're mad at them. I condone that behavior.
You condone taking a shit somewhere?
No, I said pissing on a venue.
Yeah, pissing is like I said, you know, and then I only do that if there's a reason to anyway. Either.
I did. There was a reason.
But I mean, taking a dump. Ugh. And then I worked at a school for a while, and kids are
savages.
Kids are savages, man. And
Shit in the urinal.
shit in the urinal, of course. But then there'd be like shit on the windowsill, and I'd be like, you couldn't have climbed up there and taken that shit. It was too high. I mean, they took a shit and they handled it, and had to put it up there.
This has turned into a very interesting vlog, hasn't it?
Well, but so yeah, that's when I was like, okay, whatever. Like you really like acting out and fucking hate the world or something, but you actually just handled shit, man. So
Yeah.
it wasn't really the best way to go about it.
Sure wasn't. All right. Well, on that note, this vlog
Cheers,
is officially
everybody.
getting long. So
Chills.
eat.
Shizza.
Can I reach it? Can I reach?